Hi everyone, my name is Emily and I'm the creator of MoonRising. Today we are here to see a behind the scenes look, a little sneak peek of what the membership looks like and sounds like. So I'm going to go full screen so that you get the full experience. So this is a screen that you will only see once you are logged in as a member. So you go to my account, you sign up for an account, and then you have your membership. So when you click inner circle, you go straight to here. So first we have all of your information here to tell you exactly how to use this content to best serve you. And here we have access to the second Facebook group. And this Facebook group is where you have access to me for group distance Reiki sessions and group distance coaching sessions once a month. You get each of them once a month in addition to everything else. So if you wanted to work with me one-on-one, but it wasn't quite working out for you for some reason, you actually can work with me. It'll just be as a group every single month. And that is amazing that you get Reiki included. Very cool. So here we see all of the possibilities for you. Let's go to the meditation area to begin. So all of these were made while sitting in sacred space and meditating myself, and basically the term for it is channeling. So I was asking for spirit to give me insight, and what do you want me to write, what do you want me to say, and what do you want me to sing. So they are very, very special in that regard, and I'd like to think they go a little bit more in depth and a little bit more unique than things you might normally find. So first, they're divided by levels. We have level 1, which is for beginners, level 2, which is a bit more in depth, and when you're ready for it, things like level 3. And level 3 is definitely the most in depth. So you can try those anytime, but I do recommend that you start with level 1 if possible. It's also divided by categories. So we have things for mindset, things for family, one you can actually do as a family, which is awesome, one for inner work, energy work, success mindset, so you never have to feel nervous for interviews ever again, and something for auditions that I made for all of my fellow musicians, since I am one as well, and I know that I really benefited from having this in my life. And there's also a spiritual area, since I, of course, am very spiritual. So you can actually, if you're hoping to get your own guidance from your guides, this is a great way to do it. You would start with the open your intuition meditation and then slowly work your way up to the talking to your guides, or you could do it the other way around. So let's see an example of find your inner purpose. And everything was recorded with my composer and music producer, Andy Sorensen, and so he custom made all of the music to fit the purpose of what the content was about, which is really amazing. And it's so detailed that if, for example, it's something working on your heart chakra, like the love affirmations, he chose the key of the music to match um, what the chakra needs in what your love chakra needs, what your heart chakra needs. So that is pretty detailed. Also, they have binaural beats, so you do want to listen with headphones. Obviously, I can't do that in this demonstration, but when you have them, you listen with headphones. And binaural beats actually change your brain waves to go from, for example, alpha state and very awake down to delta state and asleep if that's what you wanted. But here, that's not what we want. We want that perfect in the middle area that takes some practice to get to. And this is called theta state. So it goes even more specific within that. I mean, my gosh, there's all these different numbers that detail what different binaural beats can do for you. And so I handpicked all of them to match what it was about. So again, very specific. So let's just hear a bit of an example. For 2 answers under each question. Look at them instead as a message that something may be missing. And if you ever hear what may seem like an inner voice that is mean or unkind to you, know that that is not the inner voice of your higher self. Very important. The one you should listen to only speaks with love and is always looking out for your highest good. how right. What is my greatest love? So that's another thing to note is some of them occasionally have writing prompts, and I always give specific directions, and that's because again I wanted to be detailed. I wanted this to go farther than the other meditations I've seen. I wanted this to be something that really could help you go from wherever you are on your path to wherever you want to get to in your inner transformation. So that gives a glimpse of this one. Also, a lot of the content was inspired by people I met. So, for example, I remember being in a car with someone I did not know on like an Uber ride, and they were telling me that they did not know their inner purpose and just how much that hurt them. And I was like, "Hey, I am going to make something for you," and so I did. Um, so again, a lot of these were very much inspired by someone, and but channeled through spirit. The rituals actually, we have the Facebook group, the free community, the MoonRising Circle, not to be confused with MoonRising Inner Circle, but related. Um, and the rituals, I came up with these because of everyone in this Facebook group. So thank you for that, because you guys actually got to vote. And even still, as you may know, I'm always creating new content. This is just the beginning for MoonRising. So if you have ideas or feel like there's something that you specifically need, I will always take it into consideration. Just contact me through my email, which can be found here, and perhaps it will soon exist. Affirmations work much like meditations, but they go a slightly different route. They also are connected with binaural beats, but these can be used when you're like walking around the house, for example. Some of them, you don't have to be lying down. That said, all of these you should never use while driving or operating machinery. And we do have a disclaimer about that within here. So let's jump to sound healing. Sound healing is pretty unique, and it's done by connecting my throat chakra to my third eye. So basically, by singing and also channeling loving light. So when I made these, two of them are improvisations, and the rest of them are Sanskrit mantras. So first, let's move to the improvisations. So these can be really, really helpful if you're trying to change how you feel. So let's say you're in kind of a low vibration. Maybe you've had like a rough few days or something, and you want to move up and feel your best. You could listen to one of these. And again, they were made with Andy Sorensen, my composer, and I just let them flow through. So there was no music, no sheet music for these. It was just letting it flow freely while giving Reiki at the same time. So that's a glimpse of this one. If you want to hear a glimpse of Peaceful Healing 2, all you have to do is actually click the home page and it plays automatically, except for on Safari for some reason, but other web browsers you will hear music, so make sure that your volume is on. These are very, very special. So much like Reiki is passed down in a lineage from Reiki master teacher to someone who is learning to be a Reiki practitioner, these are also passed down. So my guru, Jill Jardine, passed these down to me, and they have made such a difference in my life. And there's really not something that exists that is like these. This is definitely the most modern version of them I've ever heard. And they're all specifically 108 times, because that is the sacred number of 54 or 108 for the most effects. And you're supposed to do it for a continued amount of time, so at least like a few days to 11 days or more. So we have something for love and attraction. We have something to remove obstacles in your life. So if you're going through a lot, this one really, really helps. We have something for music. If you are a musician, definitely check this one out. It will actually help you perform better that day. I've tried. And then let's go to sound healing for abundance, because this is something that all of us definitely want and definitely need. And this doesn't just mean money, but also abundance in general. So having a lot of what you deserve, and taking that lack mindset and throwing it away. So let's take a listen to this. Mahalakshmi Namaha. Om Gam Shri Mahalakshmi Namaha. Om Gam Shri Mahalakshmi Namaha. Om Gam Shri Mahalakshmi Namaha. Om Gam Shri. So that gives you an idea. I can say that they really do work. I mean, one, you'll be listening to them and you'll feel like chills throughout them, and same thing for the meditations. I also often bring in angels to the meditations, so depending on your level of current sensitivity, you may feel that with you. Um, but they really do work. I mean, I've tested out all of these, and when I'm diligent about it, you really do see change. And so I'm very grateful to have them in my life and so happy to share them with all of you. So let's see an example of the written content, and oh, but first, pure binaural beats. These are just the binaural beats, no words. So this is for a few important subjects. There's one for erasing negativity. So if you're feeling really down, or if you feel like you're in a space that doesn't feel so good, a nice alternative to something like Sage is playing this. There's one for opening your third eye, and my favorite is the full chakra cleansing that goes from one chakra at a time. So you can actually work on your chakras on your own in between Reiki sessions, or however you like. So that's an option as well. And again, everything has a buddy, all right? Everything pairs well together. So for example, you could pair that with the meditation for good health, with the rituals for health. So that's something I talk about in the opening explanation, is I really recommend pairing them together, focusing on one major thing at a time, and that's how you really do see change. So rituals, again, or maybe I haven't said this quite yet, there will always be new content. So every single month I'll be making new content so that you never run out. So there'll be eventually new meditations, and there will be new rituals. It'll just pop up somewhere that there'll be something new, and I will always announce what is new and what is coming out. But as mentioned, these came from the MoonRising Circle group, specifically this one, Rituals for Release, Cleansing, and Clearing. I wasn't planning to make that, but we did. So let's take a look at what one of these looks like. So again, it's down to a level. And you'll find recommended pairings, just like as I was saying. So if you are just like, it's kind of like if you're pairing your wine with which kind of dinner you should eat, or which kind of meat you should pair with a white wine. Hint, chicken. This is also a way to do that as well, so that you get the most out of this as possible, because that's what we want. And some of it does get quite in depth, and it often ends with something that I want people to think about as a main theme for it. So, in order to be free, we must learn how to let go, release the hurt, release the fear, refuse to entertain the old pain. So a bit of inspiration for you. I do Facebook Lives in the MoonRising Circle group every week, and so there's also inspiration there. But here you actually get the nitty gritty of what to do and how to have change from that. Um, the Magic Toolkit is your ever expanding library of knowledge, and as an example, there's something in there called "Why Can't I Stop Thinking?", which is something people have asked me about over and over and over. Can you please make this? Because I know that that's a common theme of difficulty with meditations, so now it exists. And there's also something called the Empath Guide. And this is huge because many of you out there are empaths, very sensitive people that pick up a lot of stuff that you shouldn't have to. And so this will help you set boundaries and learn how to use that to help you and how to grow as an empath. And my goodness, I wish that I'd had that myself years ago when I was just totally lost. So I'm taking all of the knowledge and all of the things I've learned over years and spending tons and tons of money on it, and I'm putting it together into this bite-sized amount of information that is continuing to grow. So that is your inside look. I hope you will join us in the membership, and then I'll see you in the inner circle group as well for added bonuses there. And cheers to your transformation, because it is up to you and your commitment to do it. But you will, if you put in the work, you will definitely see change. All right, and that's all for today. Bye.